Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at Radiesse, and you might know it as a dermal filler, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Really, we're not just talking about smoothing out wrinkles.
Right.
We're talking about actually stimulating your body to produce more collagen and elastin.
That's right.
It's really fascinating stuff.
What I think is so cool is how it works on two levels.
Okay.
You get that instant gratification of smoothing the wrinkles,
Right.
adding volume, but then it also sets the stage for that long-term rejuvenation by prompting your body to kind of build up its own support structure again.
That's really interesting. So, okay, let's back up for a second
All right.
and just talk about why this is such a big deal.
Sure.
We all know our skin changes as we age, but what's actually happening beneath the surface?
Yeah, so you can think of collagen and elastin like the scaffolding that holds up youthful skin.
Okay.
Collagen provides that firmness and structure, and elastin gives it that bounce back quality. But as we get older, our body just slows down production of these vital proteins.
Yeah.
And that's when we start to see those telltale signs of aging.
Yeah.
Wrinkles, sagging, loss of volume, the whole 9 yards.
So it's not just about filling in those lines.
Yeah.
It's about actually replenishing the building blocks of youthful skin.
Exactly. And that's where Radiesse is different.
Okay.
It does more than just mask the problem. It actually encourages your body to rebuild those essential proteins that you're losing.
Okay, so that's where I get a little lost.
Yeah.
How does a dermal filler actually stimulate collagen production?
So the secret weapon here is calcium hydroxylapatite,
Okay.
CaHA for short.
Okay.
These are tiny microspheres that are suspended in a smooth gel.
Okay.
And when Radiesse is injected, that gel instantly fills in wrinkles and folds. But the real magic happens over time because these CaHA microspheres, they act like little beacons, signaling your body to ramp up collagen production in that treated area.
Oh, so it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
You get that instant smoothing effect from the gel.
Right.
And then the CaHA kicks in to stimulate your own natural collagen production.
That's right.
Which can last for up to a year.
Precisely. And it's not just collagen.
Oh,
Studies have shown that Radiesse can also stimulate elastin production for up to 9 months.
wow.
So the results you see are both immediate and long-lasting because you're essentially renewing your skin's structure from the inside out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like a real game changer,
Yeah.
especially compared to fillers that just provide temporary volume. Are there any areas where Radiesse is particularly effective?
One of the most impressive things about Radiesse is its versatility.
Okay.
We typically think of fillers for the face,
Right.
and it's certainly remarkable in that regard. But Radiesse is also FDA approved for restoring volume loss in the hands.
Wait, you can use it on your hands too.
You can.
This whole new level of
Yeah.
rejuvenation I hadn't even considered.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Think about it. Our hands are constantly exposed to the elements. They go through so much wear and tear.
Right.
As we age, that loss of volume can really become apparent. Makes veins and tendons more prominent.
It's funny, I never really thought about it before, but you're right.
Yeah.
The hands are one of the first places to show signs of aging.
One of the first. And with Radiesse, you can plump up the back of your hands, give them a smoother, more youthful appearance.
Oh, wow.
It's like turning back the clock on one of the most visible signs of aging.
This is all sounding very promising.
Good.
So we've established that Radiesse is more than just a filler. It's a collagen stimulator that provides both immediate and long-lasting results.
Yeah.
But how exactly does that process work?
Okay.
I mean, what happens to the gel over time?
It's really quite ingenious.
Yeah.
Initially, the gel carrier provides the smoothing effect.
Right.
But over time, this carrier gradually breaks down. But it doesn't just disappear. It's actually being replaced by a newly formed network of collagen and elastin fibers that your body has created. Wow.
Thanks to the CaHA stimulation.
So it's like the gel acts as a scaffold, guiding the growth of new collagen.
Yes.
And then it gracefully bows out, leaving you with natural, long-lasting results.
You got it.
That's really cool.
It means you're not just masking the problem, you're actually encouraging your skin to rebuild itself.
Right.
And because it works with your body's natural processes, the results look incredibly natural.
This dual action of instant smoothing and long-term collagen stimulation.
Yeah.
It's like getting the best of both worlds.
It is. And it's interesting how we always focus on wrinkles as the main sign of aging,
Yeah.
but volume loss plays a huge role too.
That's so true. I mean, you can smooth out all the lines you want, but if you've lost volume in your cheeks or your jawline, you're still not going to look as youthful.
Exactly. And that's another area where Radiesse really shines because it can provide that immediate volume restoration.
Okay.
but it also stimulates your body to produce more collagen, so you're getting a really natural-looking result. So you're not just artificially plumping things up, you're actually restoring the underlying structure, giving you that youthful fullness.
Precisely. And one of the things I find most impressive is how quickly you see those results. You'll actually notice immediate improvement in the treated area right after the injection.
Oh, so there's no waiting around for weeks to see if it worked or not.
Not with Radiesse. But then over the following weeks and months, the magic really starts to happen because that's when your body really starts producing new collagen.
Yeah.
You'll see gradual improvement in your skin, texture, firmness, and just overall volume.
So it's like a gift that keeps on giving.
It is.
You get that instant gratification, and it just keeps getting better.
Exactly. And for many patients, those results can last for a year or more.
Wow.
Now, obviously, everyone's individual response may vary.
Right.
But that's still a pretty impressive duration compared to some other fillers out there.
It really is. You mentioned earlier that Radiesse is also FDA approved for treating volume loss in the hands. I'm really curious to hear more about that because it's not something you hear about every day.
It's true. And it's becoming increasingly popular as people realize that hand rejuvenation is just as important as facial rejuvenation.
Okay.
Because as we age, we lose fat and collagen in our hands,
Right.
which can make veins and tendons much more prominent.
It's funny how you don't really notice it at first, but then one day you look down and you're like, wow, when did my hands start to look so old?
Exactly. But the good news is that Radiesse can be injected into the back of the hands to plump them up and restore a more youthful appearance.
So it's like giving your hands a little mini facelift.
You could say that. And the result can be really remarkable. You know, there's a growing awareness these days of the importance of addressing aging holistically.
Yeah.
And the hands are often one of the first places to show signs of aging.
It makes sense when you think about it. Our hands are constantly exposed to the elements they go through a lot of wear and tear.
Exactly. And for many people, rejuvenating their hands can make them feel more confident and youthful overall.
But we've talked a lot about the amazing benefits of Radiesse.
We have.
But I think it's also important to address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Are there any downsides or risks that people should be aware of?
That's a great question, and it's an important one. Like any medical procedure, there are potential risks associated with Radiesse injections.
Right.
However, it's important to emphasize that when performed by a qualified and experienced injector, Radiesse is generally a very safe and well-tolerated treatment.
So the key takeaway here is that choosing the right injector is paramount.
Absolutely. That's why it's crucial to do your research consult with a board-certified dermatologist or plastic surgeon who specializes in aesthetic injections. And don't hesitate to ask about their experience with Radiesse specifically.
So knowing that there are minimal risks involved when in the right hands.
Yeah.
Are there any other things that someone considering Radiesse should know?
You know, one thing I always emphasize to my patients is that Radiesse isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Okay.
The best approach to facial rejuvenation is often a combination of treatments.
So Radiesse might be part of a bigger picture.
Precisely. For example, Radiesse might be combined with other fillers, Botox, or laser treatments to address different aspects of aging.
It's like creating a customized beauty plan that's tailored to your individual needs and goals.
Exactly. And that's where the expertise of a qualified injector really comes into play.
Okay.
Because they can assess your unique concerns and recommend the best combination of treatments to help you achieve your desired outcome.
So it's not about finding that one magic bullet treatment. It's about finding the right combination of things that work best for you.
You got it. It's all about working with your body's natural processes to achieve natural-looking, long-lasting results.
Well, I think our listeners are getting a really good understanding of the benefits and the overall process of Radiesse treatments. What else do you think is important for them to know? Well, yeah, it really does sound like a personalized approach is key.
It is.
When it comes to facial rejuvenation. But speaking of results, I'm curious, how long does a typical Radiesse treatment actually take?
Okay.
Is it a quick in and out procedure?
Right.
Or is there some downtime involved?
So the injection process itself is surprisingly quick. Usually takes around 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
But a good injector will want to spend some time with you beforehand discussing your goals,
Right.
assessing your skin, answering any questions you may have.
So it's not just a matter of walking in and getting injected.
No.
There's a consultation and preparation process involved.
Exactly. A skilled injector will really take the time to make sure you feel comfortable and understand the process before proceeding.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about afterwards? Is there any downtime or recovery time?
Most patients experience very minimal downtime after Radiesse injections.
Okay.
You might have some slight swelling, redness, or bruising at the injection sites, but these typically subside within a few days.
So you could potentially go back to work or your normal activities the next day.
In most cases, yes. However, it's always best to follow your injector's specific post-treatment instructions.
That's a good point.
Okay.
It's always better to err on the side of caution.
Absolutely. And there are a few things you can do to minimize any potential side effects,
Okay.
like avoiding strenuous activity and sun exposure for a day or two.
Sounds like a relatively quick and easy procedure with minimal downtime.
Right.
And the results can last for a year or more. That's pretty appealing.
It is. It is a convenient and effective option for those looking to address the visible signs of aging. And as we've discussed, it's not just about smoothing wrinkles.
Right.
It's about restoring volume and stimulating your body's own collagen production for a truly rejuvenated look that comes from within.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about Radiesse, from the science behind it to the benefits and the overall treatment experience.
I agree. It's been a fascinating deep dive into this innovative treatment.
And hopefully our listeners now feel empowered to make informed decisions about their own skincare journey.
Absolutely. Remember, aging is a natural and beautiful process.
Yes.
But there's nothing wrong with wanting to look and feel your best.
Well said. And on that note, we want to thank our listeners for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Radiesse.
Yeah.
We hope you found it informative and engaging.
It's been a pleasure.
And to learn more about how Radiesse can help your skin, visit Gorgesthetics.com. That's Gorge, like Gorgesthetics.com.
Great.
Thanks for listening, everyone.